All right, on this training, you're gonna understand 5 of the best hustles that you can do right now to create more income so you can figure out how to build wealth. All right guys, in this video, I'm gonna talk to you about 5 of the best side hustles you can be doing right now so you can take that money and you can actually start to go and build wealth. Now, full disclosure, you don't have to love all 5 of these side hustles. Maybe they don't interest you, but the point of this video is for you to now think about how else you can go create more money, side money, so that you can reinvest it and actually go create wealth. Now, I want you to take what you learned in this video and think about what your goals are gonna be long term. And then most importantly, I want you to think about what are your interests, what are your alignments so that you can actually go and create the side hustle for yourself. And then that side hustle, along with your primary income, will create enough money for you to actually move forward, and whether it's buy rentals or any other wealth building activity, that's the intention here on this training. Now, all of these hustles I'm either doing right now, I have very close friends doing, or quite honestly, is something I've done in the past as I was trying to create more revenue and income, and I found massive success doing it. Again, don't put any judgment on them. I want this to be a thought-provoking process, as these are some activities and side hustles I've done, my friends have done, I've done in the past, but you might be able to find this video creative enough to create your creative juices to actually go find other side hustles along the same vein, but a little bit different. So first, let me tell you about one of my favorite side hustles that I did as a kid and now is coming back in a huge way, and that is flipping baseball cards. Now I'm saying baseball cards, but really what I mean here is all collectible cards. You can talk about baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards, Pokemon cards. This is coming back in a massive way. Now, I'm a little too old to have jumped into the Pokemon phase, but I did have a massive hustle as a kid with baseball cards. What I did was, and you can do this again, is I would actually go to the baseball card shop, I would buy a box of baseball cards. Again, I'm using baseball cards, but it really means any of the actual sport genres or even Pokemon. And I would actually open each pack right there in front of the owner of the baseball card shop and pick out the best cards. So for example, I'd be picking out the LeBron James cards. I'd be picking out, whatever big, famous, hot new rookie card that might be coming out. I would then be going back and selling it to the actual baseball card shop owner at a discount for him so he can make a little bit of money, but at a profit for me. Now remember, back in those days, a box of baseball cards would cost roughly $20, and it would give you something like 30 packs. And so there was a lot of good cards in there. So essentially, I would walk away with roughly $30 in my pocket. Most often, I would be able to open up these packs. I would find enough cards. Even if I was selling these cards to him at $1 or $2, there would be enough of those cards that by the time I actually sold all of those cards to him, I would recoup my $20 that I got, by the way, from my mom. Remember, I was a kid. And then I would actually be able to profit $30. Now, I took that $30 and I enjoyed it and had fun with it. I was a kid, I'd buy Slurpees, etc. But that type of hustle is big time again right now. I currently have several friends making an incredible return on their investment when buying these cards because it's really back in style. Kudos to you, Gary Vee. I believe you were the one that kind of brought this whole movement back. In fact, one of my closest friends has another friend who just opened a big baseball card shop down in Los Angeles. If you're down there, I believe it goes as Coffee and Cards. Mr. Dan Fleischman opened that. Now, I haven't met Dan Fleischman personally. He is very closely connected to 2 of my best friends. Now, this is a big thing again. My 2 really good friends are making, 10, 15, 20, 30% immediate returns on these cards. They appreciate that much almost immediately once opened from the pack because they're collectible cards, they're rare cards, and this is gaining massive momentum again. So while I might only be talking about baseball cards right now, number 2 side hustle is finding collectible anything, okay? That could be furniture, that could be art, that could be baseball cards, things that have high value and are being sold inexpensively. So places that you can find this is like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, where people don't know the value of said product or said thing, and they're selling it because they need some cash. This is huge right now. As I'm shooting this training, there's a lot of people that need some cash. So you need to find out what spikes your interest. Maybe it's comic books, maybe it's baseball cards, maybe it's furniture, maybe it's art. Whatever that is, finding the collectible item that is being sold at a low number and you can actually arbitrage it and resell it at a higher number is of massive value right now. I'll use my friend Ryan Pineda's example. He has an incredible video out there about how he flipped a couch or was flipping couches and making $8,000. That is a great example of finding something people need, people want, getting it at a bottom price, and then being able to resell it at a higher price because they simply misvalued the product. Now, the third hustle that I would tell you probably isn't everyone's favorite, but honestly, it simply works. I have 2 friends that are a little younger in age, they're in their 20s, that they spend their nights and weekends driving Uber or Lyft, or they're doing one of those meal companies like Uber Eats, which is still Uber, but kind of in a different way. And they are making a decent amount of money. Both of them, they're actually in my real estate company, are making over $100 a day as a side hustle. They work with me in my real estate business as their number 1 primary income, but then as a side hustle, they're actually making roughly $100 a day at nights and at weekends. Now, most side hustles are exactly that, a side hustle. So you need to be able to find time to work that side hustle, but that is a great way to go collect more money. Now, $100 a day, if you did that, let's say 5 days a week, you have $500 a week. You can very quickly realize how $2 grand a month extra can very quickly help you create wealth. I'll use one simple example. If you can find a property for $100,000 and roughly earn $2 grand a month driving Uber for 1 year, at nights and at weekends, you would have a 20% down payment, you would have a rental property, and you didn't have to spend any of your normal money that you made from your primary income, and now you have a rental property. See how fast this can actually work for you? The number 4 side hustle is be an expert at what you're an expert at. There are many people in my place of real estate investing that are gurus and experts and have coaching. I would encourage you to find your passion. I would encourage you to find out what you're extremely good at, what you have a mass amount of knowledge at, what you have a mass amount of experience at, and potentially create a consulting side business. Now, this doesn't have to be a bunch of employees and a big business per se to start, but what you can do is leverage companies like Meetup.com and create small little monthly continuity payment plans so they can actually get your knowledge, right? Having weekly or monthly meetings that they are paying in continuity, meaning each and every month they pay to hear from you, to get some sort of content, experience, strategy from you in your space. And this can be done through Meetup.com. It also can be performed virtually. This is why this has become such a big space right now. I have a good friend, 𝐷𝐞𝐬𝐳, and everyone knows Tony Robbins. They have done this masterfully in teaching others how to create a business out of your expertise in the consulting or coaching realm. They've done a fantastic job doing that, and that is one of the best side hustles you can absolutely get because people will pay you for your experience. Now, I'm not telling you need to go out there and charge 20, 50, 100 grand like some of the big names do. I'm telling you, start small. If you can get 100 people paying you $200 or $20 a month, again, if you do that math, you're at 2 grand a month. Very quickly, you can see how this pans out. Number 5. Now, this is gonna sound a little ironic, but it can be YouTube. YouTube is a platform that will actually pay you for your content. Now, like many people have Stitch, I think it's Stitch or Stitcher, or whatever that is, where everyone's playing video games and watching and they're making that money For those of you that love video games, this could be your number 6 or this could be your number 1 side hustle. YouTube does something very similar. Videos like this, as you are watching them, by the way, if you're liking this video, make sure you're smashing the like button and hitting the subscribe button so you can continue to get these videos. If you are actually someone who has something to give on YouTube, and you don't have to be an expert, you don't have to be a coach, you don't have to be an advisor, you can actually create a YouTube channel that is about jokes, or even, better, something that's really funny, like America's Funniest Home Videos, but do something like that for YouTube. There's a lot of examples of different YouTube stations out there that completely go viral. Maybe you're a musician, maybe you put some free music up and people start to gravitate you. When those videos go viral, YouTube will pay you. So for example, if you have enough subscribers and you have enough hours of view time, every ad that gets placed on your channel, YouTube will pay you a percentage. This is an incredible side hustle, especially for those that are still working from home, especially for those that have a passion. Again, back to, if you're an expert at something, being able to give away that knowledge, very similar to what I do. I really encourage all of you to go through all of my videos, watch all of my trainings, watch all of what I have as an idea for you to create your own channel, because quite honestly, this side hustle is passive. Now, talking about gaining wealth, this is like a rental property. If you have enough subscribers and enough view hours, they're gonna pay you each and every month for people who watch your videos. This is one of my favorites, is obviously I produce a lot of content, mostly in the real estate space, but I also do everything business and entrepreneurship and mindset. And that's my intention, is to help you create more money so you can create more wealth. Now, as I've mentioned before, if you like this, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, but these are your 5 hustles. They don't have to be the only thing that you are gonna go do. I really encourage you to align your side hustles up with your work ethic as well as a passion or interest you have. Now, as I've mentioned, you don't have to love driving around and driving Uber, and maybe that's not one of your side hustles. Maybe YouTube is, or maybe there's another side hustle that you might have. Maybe you're an incredible artist and you're able to knock out a painting each and every week, and you're able to sell that on whether it be eBay or another platform to sell your art, such as OfferUp. Those type of side hustles is why I created this training. These are the 5 that I love. These are the 5 that I've done. These are the 5 that I have friends doing, but make that side hustle yours. If you ever need anything from me, simply want to jump on a call, pick my brain, have any advice, or ask for any advice, go to thescienceofflipping.com. I'm happy to jump on a call with you. Hopefully you guys like this, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next training. Peace.